Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 18, Sloka 66, Part 31. Sarva-dharmān parityajya, mām ekaṁ śaraṇaṁ vraja, ahaṁ sarva-pāpebhyo, mokṣayiṣyāmi ma śucaḥ. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. In the last 7 sessions, we learned about the accessories or angas of śaraṇagati. Anukulyasya sankalpah, pratikulyasya varjanam, rakshishyatiti vishvasah, goptritve varanam tata, atmanikshepa, karpanye, sadvida śaraṇagatihi. Accepting those things which are favorable and harmony in Krishna consciousness, which pleases Krishna, rejecting those things which are unfavorable, not in harmony in Krishna consciousness, which displeases Krishna, having absolute faith that Krishna is the only protector, the sincere request in a formal expression of one's total dependence on the Lord, self-surrender that this Atma is not mine, and lastly, realizing the utter inability of the soul to do anything except surrendering at the feet of the Lord. In this session, we will learn the characteristics of behavior of a śaraṇagata, which shows that he has developed the proper state of mind that's required for śaraṇagati. As we mentioned earlier, these 3 terms are important to remember. Śaraṇagati is the process done by śaraṇagata, the person who is surrendering. Śaraṇyan is the one who fulfills the desire of śaraṇagata through the process of śaraṇagati. Śaraṇagata are individual Atmas, that's us. Śaraṇyan is Krishna, to whom we surrender, and the process of surrender itself is called śaraṇagati. The characteristics, behaviors are grouped into 3 code of conducts. 1. Swarupa-nishta, 2. Upaya-nishta, 3. Purushartha-nishta. Swarupa-nishta is self-surrender. Upaya-nishta is surrendering the means. Purushartha-nishta is surrendering the fruits of surrender. We'll learn the details of each group now. Swarupa-nishta. The śaraṇagata will not feel hurt when others insults on him, being aware that the soul can never be insulted. Whenever someone insults us, it is only the body that they relate to, not the Atma, because they don't see the Atma. If they see the Atma, they will not insult, because their Atma and my Atma are of same nature, no difference. The śaraṇagata will feel compassionate towards those insulting him, because they would incur sin by insulting a śaraṇagata. A śaraṇagata will feel thankful towards those accusing him, because they make him aware of a possible defect in him for rectification. Many years back, there was a saint by name Parasara Bhatta. He was a very exalted and great personality who was in Śrīrangam. Very often he gives spiritual discourses. As he was speaking how one should be renounced of material thing, there were few people got up from the audience and told him that you speak that we are not the body, we are the spirit soul, and we should be detached from material things, whereas your appearance doesn't reflect what you speak. You are wearing golden ornaments, you are decked with many things, then how can you speak about being detached? Parasara Bhatta immediately invited those people close by and rewarded them with some of the golden ornaments. After this event happened, Parasara Bhatta's disciple approached him and requested him to give explanation for his act of rewarding those people who criticized him. Parasara said, there are two things which are necessary for a devotee in front of a deity. Number one, he must glorify the Lord. Number two, he must submit his defects. While during the class, I didn't even have time to glorify the Lord. Therefore, I didn't get a chance, or I failed to submit my defects, which was otherwise easily done by these people who reminded me. Therefore, I rewarded them. The fact is that Parasara Bhatta is flawless. He was considering the body to be the temple because he realized and he was in communion with the Lord in the heart. Wherever the Lord is present, that place is temple. Therefore, Parasara Bhatta nicely decorated the body of temple, not for his pleasure, for the pleasure of the Lord. Therefore, the third element or characteristic of Swarupa Nishtha is being thankful towards those accuses us because they make us aware of a possible defect in us so that we can rectify. Otherwise, we will think we are perfect, which may lead for fall down. Number 4, he will not harbor any ill will against those insulting him because he is convinced that it is divine will that he is being an instrumental for such acquisition in the process of testing courage to face insults with equanimity. The fact is that no one can do anything to us without the sanction of the Lord. If someone is insulting us, if someone is doing something to us, it is obvious that the Lord has given permission to that person. And the reason the Lord has given permission to that person to insult us is to test how we are facing such situations as a devotee. The fifth Swarupa Nishtha characteristic is he will feel happy that his sins get removed by being exposed to insults and by exposure of his defect. We have bad karmas and we have to drain them. The easiest way is when someone insults us or does something to us, we should realize that it is part of my previous karmas, where now that is being removed by this person. So these are the 5 Swarupa Nishtha. Number 1, not feeling hurt when others insults us. Number 2, feeling compassionate towards those who are insulting us. Number 3, being thankful towards those accusing us because they are helping us to identify our defect. Number 4, not harboring any ill will against those who are insulting us because it's all happening by the will of the Lord. And lastly, number 5, feeling happy that our sin is getting removed by being exposed to insult. How do we practically apply this? If someone insults us, we say, I think you're perhaps correct. If someone calls us a fool, we say, I had the doubt myself. If someone spreads rumors about us, we think we have gained an experience. If we think nothing is in our hands, we will have no grief or misery. these are some practical application that we can try to adapt as a devotee. Sri Andal, whose daughter of Periyarvar, whose story we heard in one of the previous sessions, had written a beautiful hymns named as Tiruppavi. In the 15th verse of Tiruppavi, she exhibits this attitude. When her friends accused her, she replied, "Maybe I am at fault. எல்லே இளங்கிளியே இன்னம் உறங்குதியோ சில்லென்றழையன்மேன் நங்கமீர் போதருகின்றேன் வல்லை உன் கட்டுரைகள் பண்டே உன் வாயறிதும் வல்லீர்கள் நீங்களே நானேதான் ஆயிடுக." நானேதான் ஆயிடுக. Let it be my fault. This is considered to be the essential characteristic of a true Vaishnava Lakshanam. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, we learn that Srivas Thakur, one of the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, expressed this great attitude. There was an envious person who placed some of the articles which are required to worship a demigod, items like turmeric, kumkum, rice, a pot of wine. He placed all these items outside the house of Srivas Thakur. The next day, when Srivas Thakur opened his door, he saw all these paraphernalia. He immediately called his neighbors and smilingly addressed them, saying, "Every night I worship this Devata. Now you all know my true nature, that I have been cheating as a great Vaishnava." When we turn the pages of our literatures, we will find many such examples of great Vaishnavas who exhibited this nature of not being hurt when other insults them, being compassionate towards others who insults them, being thankful to others for accusing and insulting them, carrying no grudge, ill feeling against those insulted them, feeling happy that the sins are getting removed by being insulted. In 15th century in India, there was a saint by name Narsingha Mehta. He has composed a beautiful poem to answer who is a Vaishnava, a devotee of Krishna. Over there, he says, one who feels sympathetic on seeing the suffering of others and rushes to alleviate their sufferings and does not feel proud for doing this. This is very important. When someone is suffering, a Vaishnava could not bear it, and it just doesn't simply sit and feel sad for them. He rushes to help them. As he does it without any pride. He doesn't do it expecting some name, fame and prestige. And he says, one who respects all living beings alike. And he does not engage himself in thinking bad about others, speaking bad about others, or doing bad to others. One who has no ill will towards others, regards all women as mother except one's wife. One who doesn't desire for others' belonging. One who has banished with determination kama and krodha, lust and anger, from his mind. One who has totally dedicated himself to the service of the Lord and humanity, because such service is the true hallmark of a Vaishnava. Let's contemplate on what has been said today and sincerely aspire to incorporate these wonderful characteristics in our dealings with others. In our next session, we'll learn about the other two groups of characteristics. upaya nishta, purushartha nishta. Thank you. Hare Krishna.